from Loja, Ecuador. This is the last city in Ecuador before you hit the Peruvian border. And we arrived here last night, had some great local craft beer, and today I'm here exploring. This is considered the cultural capital of Ecuador. It's famous for its musicians and artists, and it was also the first green city in Ecuador with a very aggressive recycling program. There are also lots of bike paths and different initiatives here. It's a beautiful city, colonial style in the center, similar to Cuenca, but it's smaller. And also I'm here to check out La Comida Lojana. So Loja has some specific dishes here that are really good. Number one, I'm here for the coffee because the coffee in this province is fantastic. 10 things to eat in Loja. That is my goal for today. Good morning from Loja. We are starting things off with breakfast, so you know we're gonna have coffee because it's a good coffee region. And then we're also going to have the Tamal Lojana. They do things a little bit differently here. So traditionally in Ecuador, the tamales are made with maiz sabroso, which is a cornstarch based flour. It can get kind of crumbly. It's cooked in an achira leaf, which is a flour here that actually they make gluten-free cookies out of and bread. But here, although they use the same leaf, they do use a different dough. So it's actually just ground corn. So similar to humitas, but in that case, it's actually the sweet corn called choclo. At this spot, they have 3 different kinds of tamales. You can get chicken, pork, or also quesillo, which is a fresh cheese. And what I'm really excited about is they've actually given us 2 different kinds of ají. When you're in Ecuador, you expect things, the ají often to look orange, but here it's a little bit different. So the one with the chicken is actually tomato based with pepper and culantro. And then for the beef, we have one that is cilantro, pepper, and then also mani, which is peanut. So it should kind of taste a little bit nutty, maybe similar to the papa de sambo. We'll see. It looks like, so you can see it's still crumbly, but still quite moist. Hot sauce is very fresh. This is good, moist, very filling. Let's get a bit more into the chicken. This is very hearty. And now for the pork. A little bit in the ají. This is interesting. I don't taste peanut. No, I was wrong. I do taste peanut. It's like peanut, fresh, super spicy. This is my favorite. This is good. And then with the pork, oh, this is really good. So this looks different. This is more like a food court.
Yeah, this is a food court for sure.
All right, so we're at the Mercado Central Comercial in Loja, and there were so many things that I want to eat here. I came to this one spot, Comedor 413, because it had so many people here. I came for Chaunfaina and then also a bit of Cecina. There were other comedors also selling it, but because this one was booked full, I decided it was the best place to try it and just waited behind everyone. And then once I saw someone leave, I just kind of slipped in. One of the things I wanted to try in Loja was Chaunfaina. So it is rice that's cooked with a sofrito. The sofrito will have different spices, tomato, pepper, garlic, but the most important thing is they actually use offal. And so offal is all of the innards of the pig that would normally be thrown out. But people in Loja don't throw anything out. Like, they were zero waste kitchens before it became trendy a few years ago. This is a side dish that you'll get. I got it with Cecina. So it's actually really crispy on the outside, tender, and not greasy at all. So let's try the Chaunfaina first. that's good. Not salty at all. The rice is super, super tender. And then also full of flavor from all of those pork. And there we go. So it has a yellow color. I think right now I'm gonna eat some kind of pork innard. Really, really good. Now, the cecina. Let me show you. So this is the cecina. You can see it's just super thin. She's cooked it really fast on the tiesto. I'm gonna break it up. Oh, that's really good. This is amazing. Very thin, not overcooked at all. Super tender. I normally would not get pork loin because there's no fat on it. Crispy on the outside, super tender on the inside. So far, this is a great meal. I am so glad I waited for people to move so we could sit here. Holy, look how often they are selling this Chaunfaina. Since I've sat down, this is the third one that they've brought. And then also if I look over here, there's even more over here. That's how popular Chaunfaina is in Loja. I also got some horchata, which is different than, horchata in Mexico, which is a milky, creamy drink. Horchata here is a drink that's made with different herbs, often some kind of pink flower petal to give it its color. You can drink it in the market, even though you can't drink water here because it is boiled. So I do feel comfortable drinking that. It almost tastes like a pink lemonade here. If you have, there's a little bit of sugar in there. It's very tasty, kind of herbaceous. It's really good. All right, so I went from the comedores to the next room, which is more like a food court kind of place. I came here to try two different soups. They're both the same name. They're both called Repe, which means unripe banana. So in Loja, they have this smallish banana that you can eat ripe, and that's how the rest of the country eats it. Or in Loja, they also eat it unripe, which is very unusual for other Ecuadorians because the unripe banana, they might feed their livestock, but they actually wouldn't eat it themselves. So these two different soups are interesting because the repe con arveja con guineo is like a kind of like a split pea soup, and then it also has cubes of this unripe banana that is uncooked. So this is raw unripe banana in this repe. And then they have another one, very, very typical of Loja, and it's called Repe blanco. And so this is where they actually take this green banana. They do boil it, they pound it into a mash, and then they mix it with potato and quesillo, which is fresh cheese in Ecuador. It's delicious. The key to having either of these is actually an avocado. And we are eating this at the Sabores Lojana, and they were so nice here that they had run out of avocado, but they went and got some more for us because you cannot have this soup without avocado. It seems like it's gonna be devastating. Let's see how it goes. Like this, and then a little bit of soup?
Like this.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
I'm
gonna try it the proper way. This is a big piece of avocado, hot soup. Oh, this is good. Okay, so it's just like a bean soup, or like a split pea soup maybe that we know of. It's really tasty. This soup I really like. Now, let's see if the Repe blanco, I'm curious to try it. It's not bad. It would be good with some ají. Let me try it with some avocado. It has a very mild flavor. It's not a bad flavor, it just doesn't taste like a lot. Like this is the kind of soup actually I think that would be really good if you were sick and you didn't feel like eating something, or your stomach was not just feeling very hot and you just needed to have some starches to kind of get you through the day. Yeah, not a lot of flavor, but the cheese actually really helps it. It was good. All right, so I do want to share a little insider tip with you. In Ecuador, they like to make fun of each other from different cities. So Quiteños, people from Quito, are really snobby. And then you've got Cuencanos from Cuenca. People say they're really fake because they're always so nice and polite. That's just the way they speak Spanish. But everyone says that. Everyone else in Ecuador says that is them just being fake, hiding under politeness. In Loja, they say they eat dog. I've not seen any dog on any menu anywhere. I've not heard of it. I think it's just a joke, but I think it's just a way for people to kind of rib each other. I have not seen any dogs on the street, but that doesn't mean anything. And if you watch a video, it's from an Ecuadorian, you'll usually hear them slip in the dog joke. So just a little insider tip. So far, no dogs.
There's an Ecuadorian custom that if you go to Loja, you must stop off for some sweets or dulces in the market. Traditional sweets from Loja are rustic. They're made with sugarcane, molasses, simple ingredients. They're not always the best, but if you tell someone you went to Loja, they're going to ask you where their sweets are. Some traditional options are bocadillo. So it's a square of molasses made with peanuts. It's the signature sweet of Loja. You can also get peanuts covered with sugar, big in syrup. You can also get roscon, which is like a big toast roll almost that's covered in sugar. I think the best thing to do actually is just to get the mixed bag, because then you're bound to like one of them.
So just by chance, we came upon Somos Loja, which is a cooperative right off the main square. And anyone in the Loja province can bring their product here to sell it. They have 19 different kinds of coffee, and that's because Loja is known as one of the best places in Ecuador and actually the world to have coffee. They have 10 that you can sample, and it's only $1 a cup. They'll help you pick it out by the type, the roast, how bitter you like it. And the way they make the coffee here is so interesting. So they use a chucho, which is this reusable coffee filter. It kind of looks like a sock, and in other areas of Ecuador, they call it a chutzpa. And apparently, ranchers out in the countryside are known sometimes for using their socks. Okay, clean ones, but they still use their socks for this method. This is the original pour-over method for coffee before it became trendy. And because they are using this cloth filter, it's also environmentally friendly. The coffee here is so good, and they also have some sweets you can buy. This is such a fantastic place to have a rest and also to pick up some souvenirs.
This is such a great spot with coffee, food, artisanal beer, but also the coolest thing is the signature drink Trino, which means something that will make you sing. It means tweet. So music is a really big deal in Loja. There are a lot of famous musicians. This cocktail is made with aguardiente or sugarcane alcohol called canta claro. It means to sing clearly. However, young Ecuadorians don't like to drink aguardiente. They think it's a little bit low class. If they're out, they want vodka or rum. So to make a delicious cocktail using a harsh aguardiente and it being fantastic is really inspiring to see how modern cocktail culture can still use traditional ingredients.
Okay, so this is my room for the night. $22 downtown Loja. Actually looks pretty clean. Bathroom looks very clean. Has this very complicated shower system, but also looks quite nice. I'm really happy. I think this is gonna be good for 2 nights in Loja.